Why do we celebrate emancipation in Jamaica? It's Emancipation Day today, and I'm here with Ras Astor Black. I want to ask him the question, why do we celebrate Emancipation Day? We take it, some of the stuff we take for granted, I mean, we're having a wonderful holiday, but a lot of, especially our youngsters, don't really understand where we're coming from. And so I have the man himself, Ras Astor Black, to outline, to share, to establish where we're coming from, where we are now, and where we're going. So let me bring in Ras Astor Black right now, my friend. How you do? Again. Oh, you're on mute. Unmute me. Unmute yourself now, my brother. All right, these things happen sometimes, guys. So you'll just be patient with my brother. All right. So Ras Astor Black apparently is having a little technical issue, so he's gonna rejoin. But I'm so happy to have you. Let me know while he comes back on. Let me just acknowledge those of you who are here. First of all, let me go in and acknowledge some people. So let me know where you're tuning in from. It's a beautiful day here in Jamaica. We're celebrating Emancipation Day today. We're celebrating Emancipation Day. But again, for those who are new, I notice we have 10 persons on right now. I know my most ardent people are here. Big up, my friend. But I also know that there might be a couple persons who are new. If you are new and you have not subscribed to my channel as yet, I invite you to subscribe. We do a lot of videos of what I call the real Jamaica, the history, the culture, the heritage, the food, famous personalities, and all of that. So if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tap the bell notification. That way you stay updated on all my latest videos. Jamaica Arsenal, welcome. Thank you, my brother or sister. I'm not sure. I see you. Who else is here? Let me know where you're tuning in from. I would love to hear from you. Let me know. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Ras Astor Black to come in, I want to bring something to your attention. Elicat, hello. Hello. Oh, my friend Rex, you're here. Welcome, my brother. Always here. Good to have you. Mr. Guthrie, thank you so much, man, for tuning in. Thank you so much. Robert, my friend. Robert. Tajay Gale, I'm not aware if I'm related to him. You're watching the Olympics, obviously, right? Yeah, man, he had a terrible injury there, and I'm not even sure what happened last night. I didn't follow it to the end, but I know he wanted to jump. Tajay Gale, for the benefit of the rest of us, is actually a long jumper for Jamaica. He's at the Olympics. So Robert is asking me if I'm related. So I'm not aware. He's from the Kingston side. I'm from the countryside. Guthrie, Mr. Guthrie, big up. Thank you again. Let me see. All right. So I have an article, guys, on my website. That's another thing. I know a bunch of you. I have several number of persons on YouTube, on the YouTube side, who follow me, but I realize that not a lot of persons know about my website. So while I'm waiting for us, I'm gonna just grab the opportunity to let you know that yes, I actually have a website, and it's called My-Island-Jamaica.com. For those who don't know, I know some of you do know, My-Island-Jamaica.com. And there's an article I have on there. I just posted, actually reposted today. It says, why is Emancipation Day celebrated in Jamaica? I'm gonna bring it. Let me see here. Let me just bring it across, bring it to your attention. Let me just share the screen here while I'm waiting on Ras Astor Black. It's quite insightful. Yeah, that's it. You can see it, right? Some ads on there, but it says, why is emancipation celebrated in Jamaica? We talk about the road to emancipation. I talk about the abolition of slavery, the apprenticeship, full freedom, and so on. So it's definitely worth reading. I'm gonna ask you to check on it. I'm gonna put a link in the chat as well. Let me just put it here. You can take a read while we're waiting on my brother here. So let me go back to main screen. All right, guys. I know we have people joining from all over the world. Let me know where you're coming in from. Infanter Dwyer, one love, my friend. I'm watching Happy Emancipation. I would love to hear these stories. Definitely, I can't wait. I can't wait to get Ras Astor Black on the line. He's having some technical issues though. Antoinette from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Manitoba, I hope I pronounced it properly. Welcome, Antoinette. All right, so let me bring you, while we're waiting on him to come over, I'm gonna bring your attention to my screen where I have an article. This article here, I want to share with you. Why is Emancipation Day celebrated in Jamaica? Emancipation Day is celebrated on the 1st August each year in Jamaica is a national holiday. I'm right here. Emancipation, by definition, really means freedom and liberation from oppression, constraints, inequity, and victimization. In our context, though, emancipation refers to the 1838 action of granting freedom to our foreparents who were the property of the plantation owners. I really wanted to read it when you get a chance, but I feel I want to do it I want to read it for you now. The road to emancipation. If you know anything about the history of Jamaica, you would have learned of the severe struggles our foreparents had to endure during slavery. Getting here and working in the inhumane, cruel, and barbaric plantation system. Our foreparents struggled on the plantation system, but with the resistance and continued lobbying, particularly between 1780 and 1838, by several anti-slavery champions, including persons like Thomas Clarkson, William Wilberforce, Joseph Sturge, William Knibb, Thomas Burchell, and Samuel Sharp, the colonial powers did the inevitable. Here's a picture. This is a picture here of Sam Sharp Square. Down Sam Sharp Square in Montego Bay I took recently. It's a monument. It's a statue of Sam Sharp preaching to his followers. It's constructed there. If and when you get there, you can always see it here, right? So anyway, the process bore fruit in 1807 with the abolition of the Atlantic slave trade, and then in 1833 with the passing of the Abolition of Slavery Act. But the Abolition of Slavery Act, by the way, also known as the Emancipation Act of 1833, was narrow and limited. For example, it stated that all children under 6 years of age should be set free, and there was to be a 6 years apprenticeship period from 1834 to 1840 for everyone else. I hope you're following me. This is interesting. And by the way, the British Parliament also voted £20 million as compensation to the slaveholders in their empire. Of this amount, 5 million, just under 6 million pounds, was the share that fell to the Jamaican slaveholders. But they did not like that. That did not go down well. According to Rebecca Tortillo, in her article, The Road to Freedom, the tenets of apprenticeship stated that the ex-slave would work without pay for their former masters for 3/4 of every week in exchange for lodging, food, clothing, medical attendance, and provision grounds, in which they could grow their own food during the remaining quarter of the week. They could also, if they choose, hire themselves out for more wages during that remaining quarter. With this money, The ex-slave turned apprentice could then buy his freedom. Overall, the apprenticeship system proved confusing though. They were told that they were free, but they were not really free. Indeed, for many, the quality of their lives had not undergone any great change. As a result, there was discontinued discontent followed by militancy. All right, so I'm going to talk about full freedom now, about full freedom as we continue the article. And then I'm going to get your perspective. I want to get your perspective right after, all right? Full freedom. As a result, apprenticeship. So yes, the apprenticeship came in, but it was really just a joke business, in my words. Didn't work out. So let me continue reading. As a result, apprenticeship ended 2 years earlier on August 1, 1838, than the intended 6-year term in 1840. This was not a long time ago, by the way, guys. Sometimes we think of these things as way back age-old stuff, but it's not very long ago these things were happening, Anyway, the British governor, Sir Lionel Smith, then stood before a large crowd in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, which was then Jamaica's capital. Yes, it was not Kingston. At one point it was St. Catherine. It was Spanish Town. And he read the Proclamation of Freedom from Queen Victoria, and the Abolition Act came into effect. That day, my friend, marked the day of full freedom, the first Emancipation Day celebration, the day our foreparents were finally made free. As you can imagine, it was a rapturous day, that August morning when they gathered in their villages and churches to rejoice and give thanks. And I'm highlighting that you're following. So you follow me, right? We gained full right to work on our own account. Our children could no longer be taken at the master's pleasure. We were no longer faced the threat of the pain of the whip or the ultimate enforcement, death. We could settle lands and live in peace in our villages, right? So as you can imagine, peaceful demonstrations and celebration occurred across the island. A hearse, listen to this, a hearse containing shackles and chains that had been used to shackle rebellious slaves was driven through the streets of the capital Spanish Town and ceremoniously burnt. Essentially, the system that classified us as property came to an end. Yes, A. Gardening, Spanish Town is a place of birth. Yes, man, lot of history down that place. All right, so let's get back here. Emancipation Day. When did that become a holiday in Jamaica? Well, Emancipation Day, which is August 1, was officially introduced as a public holiday in 1893. Mark that down. 1893. However, it was discontinued in 1962 when Jamaica gained independence, celebrated on August 6. Emancipation Day was, however, reinstituted in 1997 by then Prime Minister P.J. Pattisell as a national holiday, celebrated on August 1 every year. And of course, Independence Day was also fixed on August 6. So, why do we celebrate emancipation in Jamaica? My chief question. I think you got the point by now, but our Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, in a 2018 address, answered the question by saying this: the emancipation celebrations give us an opportunity to reflect on the struggles of our ancestors for freedom against a system that denied them, and I'm going to say us, not so much them, because it's us, a system that denied us of our dignity and humanity, often through brutally oppressive and violent means. That is why we celebrate emancipation. And at that time, it brought hope, by the way, guys, to our people, and that is the same idea today. This reflection is meant to bring renewed hope and inspiration to us, considering where we are coming from, where we are now, and what we need to do to create the future we desire, just as they did. I'm going to read this. Says, we could argue that we have come some way. The political, social, and economic state the country is in, despite the improvements, though, is hard to argue. But this celebration, Emancipation Day, is important to us as it is Independence Day, because truly, as Marcus Mosiah Garvey says, and I'm highlighting that, a people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture are like a tree without roots. That is why we celebrate emancipation. I wanted to highlight that. I wanted to share that article with you. If nothing else, I feel accomplished that I've shared this article with you. Why we celebrate emancipation in Jamaica. For some of us, it's new information. For some of us, it's a reminder. But it's a very timely reminder. Ras Astor Black is back. Quite timely. My brother.
You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, man. You could not have come a better time. I've just finished reading an article that I wrote about emancipation in Jamaica with my peeps. And I just want to thank you guys for your patience. Thank you, my brother, for coming in and for figuring that out. I want to salute everybody who is here. Omar, yes, my brother, I see you. All of you for your patience and for staying with me while we work through the technical issue. But I hope you learned something here. Save your note. I'm gonna ask you to drop a note, a comment on what this means to you as an individual, whether you're a local here in the diaspora or somebody or a visitor looking to come to Jamaica. I want you to tell me what this story of emancipation means to you. So back to my brother Ras Astor Black. No introduction. Probably one of the most famous person in Jamaica outside of the Prime Minister and Usain Bolt. All right, so we're gonna jump into it, my brother. I just shared a little bit about what about emancipation, but tell me why we celebrate emancipation. Paint a picture for us, my viewers, about emancipation. Not everybody know about what we're talking about. Some people are new, younger persons, and they don't know what we're talking about. Paint a picture of emancipation for
us. First, I'd like to say greetings in the name of the Most High, Jah Rastafari, who is with I and I right now. And I want to say greetings to all the viewers and listeners watching I and I on My-Jamaica.
Yes, My-Island-Jamaica. Yes, man.
My-Island-Jamaica. And yes. Greetings to you too, Mr. Gale. And I subscribe to your newsletters and everything, so I know the vibes, and I want to congratulate you on a fine job you're doing, and to promote our island, Jamaica.
Thank you, man. It's an honor. Thank you so much. Yes, I know you're a subscriber to my website. I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Rastafari. And to emancipation. It's not about celebrating emancipation, because we had to fight. Right now, I was born and raised, grew up, and right here in the hills of Kensington. And Kensington is the place where the first fire was lit by Daddy Sharp, Samuel Sharp, one of our heroes. And I'm right here, so the fire is still here. And so it's not about celebrating, it's commemorating the energy and the fire our ancestors put in for us to be here today and to talk about that great Emancipation Day. And that was the 1st of August. So yesterday it was Emancipation Day. Right now, we're not fully freed yet because we're still under the cloak of the Queen of England. And until we abolish that, and that will be full freedom. So let's not celebrate, let's commemorate.
Come on, wonderful man. So just give my viewers though a perspective. What was it like then? For those who may not know what we're talking about emancipation, what was it like? What was the catalyst? What was the situation then there?
You mean to instigate fire lighting,
Yes,
or
yes,
what
yes,
is?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Well, it's slavery,
yeah,
and everyone know what slavery, and see pictures and YouTubes and video made by different movie actors. So we all know what slavery is, and we can see still in other countries. We see Africans, black people, being be in slavery right now. We might be getting paid, but very minimal pay, and they're out there still in slavery and bondage. And as I'm on is a Rastafari, and I know that we cannot be in bondage all the time. We
mm,
have to be free soon. So
mm,
I don't know what happened then because I wasn't there, but my ancestors give me stories right to today. It wasn't good. It wasn't
yeah.
good. And right now we want, especially here in my island, Jamaica, we want a more freer vibes, and not free to the point where you can just do everything. There's always laws and order for guidance. So we have to follow that vibes.
Tell me, my brother. You say you're in Kensington now, which is the birthplace. Many people consider it the birthplace of emancipation in St.
Yes.
James. 'Cause that's where it started. Give me a little more. Tell us a little more about Kensington and how Kensington would have affected um the
The
the the,
fire.
the what do you call it? The emancipation. Yes, the process, emancipation process. How important was Kensington to the process? And you live in
Well,
Kensington too right now, right?
yeah, I'm here. Daddy
Yeah.
shop is right here.
Daddy Sharp
Uh,
was Daddy Sharp used to live there.
Daddy shop. From my vantage point, looking straight to Tolo Castle, I think Daddy shop was living in another area, but
Yeah,
the big area of the Montego Valley come right
yeah,
up to Kensington. Kensington is a high point, and
yeah,
looking down into the valley, it was called the Queen of Spain Valley, and we
yeah.
have since changed the name from Queen of Spain to the Montego Valley. So
Okay.
at Kensington, looking down in the valley, the Tolo,
Mm,
um, there was a person named Tolo,
mm,
and he was the landlord
mm.
at the whole Montego Valley, Queen of Spain. They love give presents to people, so the Queen gave that to the Queen of Spain. Before the Queen of England took over Jamaica, they fought the Spanish
Yeah.
from Christopher Columbus exploring the Indies, and So what happened is Daddy Sharp went to Montego Bay to deal with the issues of slavery, what was going on for our people, Daddy Sharp people. So while in Montego Bay, discussing that slaves, they see 12 o'clock coming and Daddy Sharp no return.
Mm.
So the slaves in the hills now think that they killed Daddy Sharp in Montego Bay,
Oh,
but
oh. So that was
because
what? Oh, okay.
because if you get caught in the town of Montego Bay after midnight, they lock you up in a little cube, a little
Yeah. The
jail,
cage. The cage.
cage, man,
Yeah.
inside the Montego Bay, so that the shop didn't make it back to the hills. So the brethren them get upset and just light a fire. And
Oh,
so Tullow Castle was first lit right there on the top of Kensington. So it is alleged that my great 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 grandmother was running out of the fire because she was a house slave.
yes.
and my great 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 grandmother drop out her arm while she running out of Tullow Castle.
Ah,
So I am part of that route, you know. So um it's so that's how the whole thing start. And when the bridging them in the hills real and sistering them in the hills see that the sharp not come back, then just start bonfire.
oh, oh.
So that's that's
That
what
was
happened.
that was how it started. What
Yeah, man.
lessons, yeah, man? What lessons do you think is there for us at this time? We're in 2021 now, my brother. What 200 to almost 18, 30, 18, 19, 20, 21. So almost 300 years, right?
Yeah.
Close to 300. What lessons are there to be learned, do you think, for our generation?
Well, emancipation. Now, what comes with emancipation is reparation. So, and reparation is not all about money. It's about um, rewrite the real history, because the history has never been written to reflect what we went through as slaves. So the history need to be rewritten and to tell the real purpose of these people coming to our country, our island now, because this island is now belong to us. We're 99% black people, and it is our island from blood, sweat, and tears. So it's all about um, emancipation. It's all about reparation now. Reparation now. And whomever enslaved us, we have to be compensated because they're still living off the wealth of our backs. So now
Mhm,
they have to now, um, compensate us like royalty. Banks are
mhm,
still operating in England from our backs. So right now, and the relics of slavery have to be pulled down in Jamaica, because all we're teaching our young ones is who was Christopher Columbus. Now, Christopher Columbus crash landed in Discovery Bay, and now he got a park named Columbus Park. That should be renamed to Marcus Garvey, our first hero
mhm,
park. And Marcus Garvey is from St. Anne.
mhm,
So this is what we have to do right now. We have to agitate to be a republic. We can manage ourselves. We have the best island in the Caribbean without any apology. People love to come here. Our ambassador for our cultural music, our reggae music, was born out of the bowels of Rastafari. And Bob Marley took it worldwide and promoted to everyone to see our island of one love. And
mhm,
we have to treat it like it's the island of one love, because the world looking at us as the island of love.
mhm,
So all our corruption, and corruption start from the head and trickle right down to the last person who vote. And if you don't vote, you're perpetuating the corruption. So, and we see what's going on. Money is the root of evil. See, and so we have to abolish corruption on this our island, Jamaica, and then we can now come together, work as one to abolish the to abolish slavery.
All right, guys. So we're speaking with Ras. Yeah, we're speaking with.
Let me
Let
turn
me
this
just.
down.
Yeah, man, no problem. Let me just tell my viewers that we're speaking with Ras Astor Black, uh, political historian extraordinaire in Jamaica, a very popular man, gentleman in Jamaica. And yes, he's a Rastafarian. So I wanted to
Yes.
kind of get his perspective. I wanted to get his perspective on the whole emancipation process and where we are now, and perhaps what we need to do now as a nation to get to the next level. So you were saying, Ras. Sorry, before yeah,
Yeah. Um, to become a free
yeah.
managed by us, the
Yeah.
99% black people here in Jamaica, to be manage our own affairs. We shouldn't have to be sending money to England. We need to control our own budget. We need to elect our own people, not be selected by a queen system, the Westminster style governance. We have to rewrite our constitution to reflect on us, the people of Jamaica. And then go to all who enslaved us, the Europeans, the Spanish, the British, and demand compensation for our rights. That's where we have to be to manage ourselves. And it's not late, it's early, because now we see the benefits growing day by day from our backs. So now it's good time for us to say, England, compensate. And the next election here in Jamaica, setting up by the Queen's Westminster style government, we need a referendum in Jamaica presently. So the next election should be named a referendum to see the people, what the people want. It's not what they want to give us, it's our choice now. And with a referendum, we can do it and select, and then let the Queen know that we'll thank her for what she did, has
Mhm.
captured us from the Spaniards. So
Mhm.
now you owe us some money, tools, whatever we need here in Jamaica. It's not, like I say, it's not about money. It's about the tools. For example, our young people need to be able to manufacture things from Jamaica to sell to the diaspora. And what we need is the tools to do that. So if we need factories in every parish in Jamaica, let's set up a factory to generate wealth for all Jamaicans. And that's what we need. The next election, a referendum to put forward all of this, a new manifesto, a new um, constitution guideline, our roadmap. Our King Haile Selassie made his constitution, which propelled him to where he is, and what every Ethiopians was given the opportunity for education. Education that he set out to make education free for all Ethiopians, and he did it. And
Mm.
the Italians came in again and tried to destroy him. And he has never been colonized by any outside force. Jah is great.
I wanted to thank you, man. I wanted to ask you, yeah, man. You mentioned a lot, and actually, I wanted to ask you where we begin, because you're talking about future now, but I think I heard you saying that we should start with the next election, make it a
Yep.
referendum. I heard something on one of the talk shows the other day, my brother. I think it might be the hotline. Somebody had mentioned that there's something interesting we need to note. It was right after the assassination of the president in Haiti and the situation in Haiti. And somebody said, and it came home to me, that we really need to think about this. A lot of these countries that are struggling right now with crime and violence and the economy and the social decay and so on, a lot of them seem to have something in common. They came from the same old plantation system. They came from that whole colonial system, and apparently a lot of them have not healed, have not recovered from that, including Haiti. So even though Haiti was I think it was French, right? It was French colonized,
Yeah.
not English, but
Yeah, man,
they have
friend.
they were the worst, obviously. But Jamaica is not out of the woods, obviously. So there's something to learn there, and I think I want my viewers to kind of get my perspective on that too. Is that I picked that up and I realized that there's these countries that are bleeding, for want of a better word, seems to have something in common, and they came out of a particular system. A lot of them, not all of them, but majority of them, these third world countries, So I take your point. You're right. I mean, we need to. We said what you call the word
Referendum,
well, not the referendum, the
compensation,
yeah, the compensation,
reparation.
reparations, yes. And it's not just financial reparation, but creating institutions and systems to help us to develop and get back on our feet, so to speak. So I'm with you. All right, I'll take some. Let me see if I have. Let me acknowledge some persons here. Uh, and then if they have any questions for you, my brother, let me see. If you have questions, guys, I know you're on. Thank you so much. You're coming in from all over the world. I appreciate it. And I wanted to just acknowledge you. Angela is here. And Angela, I see your comment here. Antoinette is here. Antoinette Forbes, Angela, I see. Rex is always here. Rex commenting and stuff. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So we have persons from the UK. We have persons from the US. We have persons from Canada. We have other Caribbean friends here. We have people from all over the world. And I think my daughter is outside just calling me as well. So she's coming in, a baby. She's coming in. All right. So any Lee's bird. Angela, you're from Virginia. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. All right. So any final words from you, my friend Ras Astor Black, as we celebrate emancipation here, Emancipation 2021?
Yeah. Not celebrate, commemorate the
Commemorate.
great work of our father, our great hero, Samuel Sharp, Daddy Sharp, we call him, from in the hills here. So, you know, um, it's time now. It's time for all Jamaicans. And we have a lot of Jamaicans who feel like they're not supposed to vote. And not voting is giving permission to whomever the 35% of the people who voted for. So
Yeah.
no, we don't. I Most people come to me and talking and asking me what to do next and all of that. The first thing I like to ask them, if do they have a voter's card? Are they allowed to vote? And can they vote, or did they vote?
Mm.
And if the answer is no, the conversation ends, because I feel like they're living in nomad's land. They have
Mm.
no reason to even ask a question, because they did not make a difference. So I don't discuss politics or religion with anyone who don't participate in what need to be participated in to make a
Yeah.
difference in Jamaica. So
Yeah.
no conversation for people who don't vote. And a lot of miscommunication. We have a lot of misleaders, including in my own Rastafari brothers and sisters. Some misleaders are there. We see them hugging up the Queen's representative, such as endorsing the next leader for Jamaica, who is part of the Westminster style governance. Now, a Rastafari who endorse any political leader, unless they decide now for a referendum and go to the polls and vote for a new constitution, it's not worth discussing anything
Yeah.
with that person. So I would love everyone, when you go out there and somebody want to talk politics to you, kindly ask them, did you vote? Can you vote? Will you vote? And if the answer for all three is no, 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 then it's a no, no discussing anything with them.
Perfect. Perfect. I want to just. I know. I want to. You're a man of many talents, my brother. I just want to. You have some current projects as well. I just want to take the opportunity to allow you to share some of what you're involved in right now, what you're doing now. I know I said earlier that you dabble in politics for a little bit. I'm not sure you're still in politics.
Mhm.
Are you intend to
And
go back there?
it's not dabbling. I don't know what it is to dabble. I'm very serious. And the reason why I did that is because I came home from school in Chicago, work in Chicago, 27 years of sweating in snow, and come on with permission from the Bob Marley Foundation, specifically Mama Rita, Empress Rita Marley, Queen Rita Marley. Enough respect to the Iron Lady for holding the Bob Marley um, name foundation together. Enough respect. Um, to develop a school in the name of the Honorable Bob Marley. See, move. I reside me there. All right, yeah. The Honorable Robert Nesta Bob Marley. He would pay a lawyer 60,000 US to deal with the probate, and it took him 7.5 years, and then he decided to run in politics. Well, to dabble because he was dabbling in politics, and I said, "Nah, man, this brethren not ready to represent black people in the name of the Honorable Bob." So I ran an independent Jamaica Alliance movement, which is still strong. It's a WhatsApp group. It's a talking togetherness group because we have to overcome. Now he dabbled out and he's still out, and I don't think he qualified to represent Jamaica. Okay, it took him 7.5 years, and so we're creating the whole. And you can go there. Our website is, if you just type in Reggae Walk of Fame. So the whole idea is to create a Reggae Walk of Fame, and a reggae inside a reggae village at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium, which which will educate young people, young adults, and educate Jamaicans in the area of music. The whole gamut, which is marketing, um, video, the entire entertainment industry at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium in Falmouth. And we're 4 minutes away from the cruise ship port. So when people come to Jamaica, I'm also lobbying, and we're also lobbying for the North Coast Highway to be called the Reggae Highway from Montego Bay to Ocho Rios, to be named the Reggae Highway. So those are the kind of things that we're pushing for. And so people, visitors can drive on the Reggae Highway to the Reggae Village inside the Trelawney Stadium in Falmouth. We are 4 minutes away from 4 minutes away from the cruise port in Falmouth, and half an hour from different direction from Mortuaries to the stadium in Falmouth. So that's what we're doing, and it's all about education, educating our next generation in the art of music, promotion. That way, our music continue. The music of the Honorable Bob Marley will continue to highlight the world and to promote love and harmony.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Do you have I know you mentioned the website. Do you have other handles where people could follow you? Ras Astor Black?
Yeah, man. I can give my number too. Is 1-876-435-8401. And you can drop me a WhatsApp message and say link me up and things. See? So reggaeinthesun.com will take
Okay.
you straight to the website and see everything. And we're asking everyone to participate in this. Our young people, they have the musical genius in their brain, but tools is what they need. So
Yeah.
drop me a WhatsApp at 1-876-435-8401, and let us see what you can give to the next young people in musically, and not just the tools but the brain, because we're running seminars so young people can come to the stadium, sit in a classroom, and the classroom is all outdoors, so we love the outdoors, and it's always hot in Jamaica. The breeze blow. It's very nice. You love it. So come, if you're on a cruise ship or you're spending a 1 week stopover, then livicate a day to us at the livicators on the
So,
Reggae Walk of Fame,
okay.
so you can do a lecture. So see some genius like Stevie Wonder come into Jamaica and can do a jam session with Third World, Cat Core, and things. And we have inducted a lot of ones on the Reggae Walk of Fame. So we have a real Reggae Walk of Fame developing stage by stage at the stadium. So you can come in now, take a picture beside Bob Marley star, Third World star, Ziggy Marley, Yellow Man, our icons of reggae music. So I say go. I love
Lovely.
always and everything vibes.
Lovely. I laugh, man, because I noticed you use the word livicate as the Rasta man. You didn't say
Yeah,
dedicate, you said livicate.
true, true,
That's
man.
funny. All right, wonderful. All right, so it's emancipation, guys. We're closing out now. We had Ras Astor Black. I know he just spoke about some of his projects that he and his team, are working on. But I feel like I want to just go back to Ras Astor Black and say one last thing on emancipation. You mentioned something before, but one last thing when we close, so it's fresh in everybody's head as we close out right now. One last thing.
Let's remove the relics of slavery.
Yeah.
The first one we want to tear down. Um, August 17th is our Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey Day. And we have a Christopher Columbus Park on the highway, which I'm naming it the Reggae Highway, in Discovery Bay, where Christopher Columbus combust us when he dropped and shipwreck in Discovery Bay, and then go back and tell the queen that she have a Jamaica down here, which is not down here, but up here, which is the gem of the world. So she won't give that to the queen, and so Jamaica is still known as the queen's favorite island. But now we want to remove Christopher Columbus, and with a referendum, we remove the Queen. So it's in stages. Join me. Jamaica Alliance Movement. Our our telephone number to join our WhatsApp group is 1-876-435-8401. Let us take our island, which our blood, sweat, and tears own this island. So it's ours. And I want to tell everyone, live up and see the movement of Rastafari, and let's work together as one.
Blessings, blessings. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in from all over the world. I'm acknowledging you. Don't have the time to go to acknowledge everybody, but I want to thank you, Ras Astor Black. Thank you so
You're
much, man.
welcome.
It's a pleasure having you. We had some technical issues at the beginning, but I'm really happy that you came in on time to share your perspective on emancipation and perhaps some of the stuff that we need to do, as you said, to remove some of those relics of emancipation and slavery. Thank you so much. For those who are new here, if you're brand new here, guys, and you have not subscribed to my channel, I implore you to consider doing so. I do a lot of stuff capturing this stuff, the
I
real
want
Jamaica, the
to
history, the
I want to
culture.
big up I want to big up my queen,
Yeah,
Lady Astor,
yeah,
watching us right now, and she's in Fort Lauderdale area. And
rightfully so.
my two IT brethren
Yeah.
is Glamour, who will do a show on Rhythm FM. Yeah, man,
Mhm.
Rhythm FM. I want to big up Glamour and DJ Simple, who is so those two brethren have been with me, and another brethren who is my personal friend, and we've been working together for over 40 years. He's out in LA listening to I and watching I right now. Is Jason. I call him Jason. Genius in everything. He's like my right hand in developing the School for the Arts, the Ras Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute, which is on the Reggae Village inside the Trelawney Stadium. So
What?
Jason and all of my friends who have been with me, and brothers and sisters who have seen the work what I'm doing, and join I, and we shall overcome. Rastafari love.
Blessed love, blessed love. Thanks again, guys. Thanks again, Ras Astor Black. Thank you, friends and family from all over the world. Thank you for joining me today on Emancipation Day as we share Emancipation Day and get a perspective from Ras Astor Black, the Rastafarian, on Emancipation Day. Remember again, I do a lot of videos capturing recorded and live stream videos talking about the real Jamaica, I call it, the history, the culture, the heritage, stuff like these. The personalities from Jamaica, and I wouldn't want to miss any of that. So if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell notification so you can stay updated. But also, if you found this video, this stream interesting, make sure you like it and share it with someone. That's what we do. We want to keep the love and continue to grow, as we continue to do good in the neighborhood.